You are entirely correct. I am streaming super early. So with that in mind, I'm not going to play Resident Evil this time because we got a lot of Resident Evil on the go, and I thought we'd do like a, some sort of. Oh, I'm streaming the wrong goddamn screen. Right. Well, we'll fix that for a second, shall we? Nope, we don't want system. We want a good old device manager. And we'll deal with this. If you ever find this issue with OBS, by the way, this is how you fix it. Chances are you've got two of the same kind of monitor connected. You do. I do. So what you need to do is make sure that all other that kind of monitor, make sure they're all disabled. See, now that magically works again. Isn't it strange? Strange little quirk of OBS. I don't know how you would fix it. Apparently it's to do with it not understanding the ordering of the devices, so it's like an off by one error or something due to the fact that they have the same device name. Something like that. There's probably a fix you could do, but I don't know enough about it to really know or care. Why is this so quiet? Balatro isn't meant to be that quiet, is it? Is Balatro being silenced? No, it's just... That's just how loud it is, apparently. Oh, I've turned the volume down for some reason. I wonder why I did that. Oh well. Carrying on. How many jokers do I have? What have I unlocked? Quite a bit, actually. I mean, I'm by no means good at this game, but I've found a decent little chunk of it. Oh, and I did the ghost deck, that's right. So we'll do a quick run on this, and if I crap out early, then, within 3 minutes, then we're starting on time. Well, I say on time. Still super early, but you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's play a little bit of Balatro, and then we'll do some software dev. I'll tell you what, I'll put a message in chat. Can I pin that message? Just for now, and then unpin it later, probably. I can do that. Alright, well, that looks like that's going to be a flush. We like flushes. Most of the runs that I have won by doing a flush heavy run. We could probably do another one there, I guess. Do some spades. There we go. That wasn't too bad. I didn't actually check what the abandoned deck does. Does it tell me what? I don't remember collection decks. What is the abandoned deck? Start run with no face cards in your deck. Well, that's interesting. All right, well then we don't want any face cards. Contains a straight though. We might like that. This is good apparently. This gives you eventually. I won't spoil it, but I looked it up because I'm that kind of a person. All right, well that's useless. That's kind of useless as well. I'm gonna go wild and I'm gonna buy that, and I'm gonna hope that at some point we get that card that says all cards are face cards, and just hope for that, and maybe it'll be fine. That is basically my strategy for all of Balatro, is just maybe it'll be fine, maybe it'll work out. I'm not actually, oh god damn it, that's terrible, because then that's 2 of everything. I suppose technically, well, is that going to be enough? That might be enough, actually. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Beep boop beep boo. No. Maybe. No. Let's just keep going. All spade cards are debuffed. Oh me, oh my. Well, let's get rid of those spade cards. And go on, we'll get rid of these clubs, even though they're a perfectly cromulent start to a flush. Alright. Okay. So that's good. Balance it probably, yeah, of course. It's going to be a bunch of spades. Oh shit. And now we're going to have to try and make something of this. If I get rid of those. Oh, thank you very much. Who was that? Rambly the Raccoon. Thanks for following. How are you doing? I'm clearly very, very good at Velatro. I don't know if it's evident from how badly I'm doing. I'm not that much better at software dev in fairness, but I'll try. Is that going to be enough? 3, 6. So that's going to add to 16 times 2. 16 times... Yeah, that'll do it. Just scraped. What is a yottabyte? I think that's the next... That's quite far up, isn't it? Because you've got kilo, well, you've got byte, then you've got... I guess you've technically got decabyte, which I don't think is a thing. Yep, that's the badger. So it's one of the big ones, isn't it? Is it after petabyte, I think? Does it go peta straight to yotta? Or is it tera peta yotta? Is it tera peta something yotta? I can't remember, to be honest. At that level, it'll probably be a little while before we have yottabyte drives, but I could be wrong. I like it's a good word though, very good word. Shall we go with... I'm still not really seeing anything interesting. Make a game that takes 7 yottabytes to download. Every single texture is like actual real life resolution. You can just keep zooming and it just never gets any less detailed. I like it. I'm playing a dangerous game here, not taking any jokers for so long. I think this run is doomed. I could be wrong though. Name a game, a pointless button clicking game. Yep. Oh, as in that would be the name of the game. A pointless button clicking game. I like it. I like it. We'll do that. Clicking sound of the button is so realistic. It's 7 yotta. Oh my god, yeah. It's just an uncompressed WAV, but like all of the like so much detail. Like yeah. I could see that being a thing. We really got to hope for those diamonds. Oh, and we just about scraped through, I think, on the skin of by the skin of our teeth. Yep. But I need to do something next. Person's computer goes brrr, yeah. You could maybe cloud stream it. Stream the oh, here we go. Cheeky little foil joker. Do you remember those things? Like back in I mean they do it now. Like they did the Google, what was that Google thing that they did? Oh. Where you got like the little controller and it was supposed to be like a... Shit, what was Google's console called? Uh... 100 yottabytes, computer's death. Stadia. That's what it was. Yeah. You could maybe do Stadia, like pull it in that way or something. What is bigger than a yottabyte? Well, I guess what's the next prefix up? Metric prefixes. So we got yottat ronna. So you could have a ronnabyte and a quettabyte, and then at that point, I think it's probably bigger than we need to worry about. At that point, you're just stuck with scientific notation until somebody comes up with a better one, I guess. Yeah, you got decabyte, hectobyte, kilobyte. Very good. Quecto, Yocto. Play a game called Wobble Dogs. Wobble Dogs, you say? I do not have Wobble Dogs, apparently. Oh, I've seen this before. Oh, yeah. Physically simulated all the way down to their guts. Well, adding it to the wish list at the very least. What is the smallest byte size? Well, I guess technically the smallest you've got in terms of a real quantity of data would be a bit, so an eighth of a byte, because that's just a 1 or a 0. I suppose, I guess in terms of compression, if you did file compression and you managed to turn a single byte into part of a binary tree that you could then reconstitute the file from, if it was a really easily compressible file with a lot of repeat data, you could potentially get, the larger the file, if it was really easy to compress, you could technically get it down to being 0.00001 of a byte, in the sense of the zip file would have many more bytes in it than were actually that would actually end up being decompressed. So yeah, I suppose technically speaking, you could do that. If we hit 100 followers, can you reveal Steam games? Can I reveal Steam games? What do you mean by reveal Steam games? But if we hit 100 followers, I think there's probably a lot on the cards. Oh yeah, I mean, I've got. You can do it now. You don't need 100 followers for that. I'll tell you what Steam games I've got. I'll give you my. I'm not bothered about my Steam games. Where am I going? Steam DB. The Steam DB and the calculator. I think that'll work. If I do that, that might work. Yeah. I mean, at the minute I'm playing through Resident Evil 2 just because that's what I was playing through on stream as like a pre-stream thing. But yeah, if you see something in there that you're like, oh, it'd be cool if I saw somebody play through this weird obscure game, because I have like 1,000 and something from a bunch of Humble Bundles. So if there's anything on there that you're like, yeah, or what games that, yeah, that's what I mean. That's what that is. So if you click that link, that should show all of the games that I own. So if you click on, you go from the information panel at the top here. Where is it? Oh, I put it in the wrong place. But if you click on games, then that'll tell you not only what games I own, but how long I've played them for. So there's a, oh, where's the rest of them? Click to view all games. There we go. So you can view all games now. And it goes up to 21 pages. Apparently I have never played Counter-Strike. I have definitely played DEF CON. I think that some of this stuff it's from before Steam started tracking how many hours you spend on something. What's the thing with the lowest amount of tracked hours that I've actually played? Oh, here we go. 1 minute of Worms, apparently. I've played Worms for 1 minute. And Sleeping Dogs for 1 minute. Although I have beaten Sleeping Dogs, but it was like the super duper edition rather than that. I've played more than 3 minutes of Tron 2.0, I'll have you know, but okay, that's fine. And I have definitely played more than 5 minutes of Wolfenstein 3D. Did I finish Lego Jurassic World? I did finish Lego Jurassic World. I really liked it. It was very good. Where's Lego Jurassic World? I think I even got all the... Yeah, I did. I even got all of the achievements. For what it's worth. For my sins. Open it back up. We should do a Dino Maker request. A Dino Maker request? I don't remember that. I'll install it. Let's fire off download. It'll take a little while to download, but sure, we can make a dinosaur. In the meantime, let's see about this this run. I don't think this is going to go well somehow. All right. I vaguely remember that. I was kind of hoping that this would this run would kind of die on its arse, but I seem to be doing not too bad. Ooh, I haven't had that Joker before apparently. Plus 10 mold. Okay. Screw it. What we got? Base chips and malt are halved. Okay. How many dollars you have? Because I have a good game for $8 in US. I have some dollars. I have some dollars. What I tend to do is I put things on my wish list and then just see what comes up, you know. There we go. And then we're going to do a flush. So now we should be able to get the there's the flush. We can start upgrading the flush, because I don't know why that's my strategy for everything, but it seems everything I do, I always do flushes. Could you get a game called Kinito Pet? Kinito Pet. Ooh, there's my wish list. Whoops. Kinito Pet. Oh, interesting. Huh. Oh. Designed and tested for Windows 10. Well, I'll put it on my wish list for now, because I'm not sure if it'll necessarily work, because I'm on Windows 11. But I will definitely, I've definitely got it there. I'll put it on my wish list. Alright, well, we got Jurassic World. Free game called Indigo Park. I think I have Indigo Park. I may even have that installed. Oh no, I don't have it installed. I'll install that as well. Alright, well, we'll save off this run. I don't think this is really getting in. This isn't going super interestingly. So we'll quit that, and yeah, let's start up Jurassic World briefly, and then I'll start. We'll do a quick Dino request, and then I'll start the actual software stream. Game dev stream is what I should say. Let's see. Come on, boy. No skips? Oh no, there is skips. Jesus, it has not remembered my settings. I hope it's remembered the save file. Just do a Lego Jurassic World stream. Maybe some other time. Not today though, I don't think. Oh, it only goes up to 1920 by... Oh no, of course it only goes up to 1920 by 1080. That makes sense. Take a break. Oh, I have already taken a long break from coding. I had Christmas off. All the effects. Does it remember my save? Oh, it does. There we go. Wow, 2017. I played this like a while ago. Is it not full screen? Let's double check. Should be full screen. Let's try it like that. Does that fix it? That might fix it. I think it's a little bit janky in terms of how it streams. Can I change video settings? Oh, it's being a dick. That'd be why. Can we have that on, please? Use current display mode. Resume. That's better. There we go. That's better. I thought it looked a bit weird. Is there anything else we need to fix? No, that looks okay. Right. I don't remember where the Dino Maker is. Is it this? No. What's that? What's this thing? Gyrosphere Valley? There's like a... No.
Please remember, the gyrospheres are not bumper cars.
This thing? Main Street. Oh, wait a second. Do I need... Ah, there it is. I need to change game, maybe. So that's what? Jurassic Park? Jurassic Park. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Not map, I mean gameplay. Go back to the map, I mean gameplay. Okay. Do I have all the cheats turned on? Oh, I do. And the stutter tractor? Yep. Okay. Good. Look for a white building. A white building, I say. Well, that's the... Oh, here we go. Would this be it? No, that's a monorail. A white building. The big round one. Let's have a look on the map. Well, is this... No, that's not round. There's this, but that's not white. Nor is it round. Turn around. Not this one, right? On a creation lab, right? I guess. Maybe. Calm down. Can I just go inside? Hammond Creation Lab. There we go. Surely this. Alright, Dinosaur Customizer. So what we're wanting? Custom Spinosaurus. What's your favourite dinosaur? Alright. What can you do? CG. Oh! That's pretty fun. Does different things. Different faces is that, I think. Go back. Okay. Oh, I see. So this is like a code you can put in if somebody else has customized it. Randomize. Oh, okay. Okay. Head skeleton. That's pretty good. That's goofy as hell. A Dilohued. Dilophosaurus head. That's a big Dilophosaurus. This is pretty good, gotta say. Ankylosaurus. Skeleton. Anklo body. Yep. And then we got some sort of tail. Stego. Skeleton. Dimorphodon. Ankylosaurus. Demon tail. Oh, like Dimorphodon? Yeah. Very good, very nice. And then, what colours are we going for? Demon Spino. Oh, 2 seconds. Just realised chat's off the bottom. Come on. Bring it back. There we go. Okay, make it red. Oh, there's a brighter red than that, I think, wasn't there? Oh, no, no, there's a darker red and a brighter red. The tail. It's only 5 tails we can do, right? Oh, Demon Spino. So Spino tail. Tail seems pretty similar. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. The totally red. Second colour, darker red. Yeah. And then... what do these do? Spots. Black, maybe? I could just make those the darker red as well. Yeah? Having yellow spots. That yellow or this yellow? That's more like a gold, isn't it? Yellow. What patterns do we have? Gold. Oh, you want gold. Okay. Gold it is. Cow print. Oh, but we want to keep the spots, do we? Where were the spots? Oh, it's the default pattern, isn't it? There we go. Or do you want like leopard print? Giraffe print. No, I think that's it, isn't it? That this is its code, right? Giraffe leopard, you wrote. Okay. Leopard it is. Alright, well, I think that's it, isn't it? And that's its code. Alright. Let's do that. Does it say? I'm hoping it, but bloody better save that. Alright. To the paddocks. Now, if I was a game designer, I would have put a little door or a shortcut to the paddocks from here, but apparently not. Is this the dinosaur paddocks? Be nice if it was. I don't think it is though. Oh no, it's character creator. No. No. Can we map to the paddocks? go outside. Alright. If I were paddocks, where would I be? Let's get in a car.
Oh dear. Sometimes I feel like I'm the one who's 65 million.
T-Rex Kingdom? No. Paddocks? Drive everyone over. They don't seem to mind, considering they're being hit by a car.
Mosasaurus
You ever,
uses its livers
oh.
to steer and its tail to propel itself forwards. If you don't want to get wet during the show, then please sit in the upper seating area. Much like whales, the Mosasaurus is carnivorous, except the food the Mosasaurus eats is a lot bigger.
There we go. I don't think paddocks is that way, right? I probably did. I probably did. And they certainly didn't deserve it. But that's just how it be sometimes. Petting zoo. Is that it right? No. No. Could this be the paddocks? No, that doesn't look like the paddocks. Maybe it is. What's that?
Please remember, the gyrospheres are not bumper cars.
Can you tell that it's been 7 years since I played this game? Ah, here we go. I vaguely remember this thing. There we go. Where's our custom Dilophosaurus? Oh, no, that's not it. Is it? That's not it at all. Oh, is this small? Okay. Is there a bigger one? I don't know where the big one is. I don't remember. Is it this one? This seems biggish, possibly. Can I get in the lift? Surely I can get in the lift. Do I have to, like, be somebody else? Who was that guy? This guy. Oh, that's not really what I meant to do, I don't think. But okay. Is there a... Yeah, I appreciate I need to be a dinosaur. But why do I... What? Oh, can I not just do free play and swap here? Yes. I think yes I can. Oh, no I can't. That's weird. Oh, this is the raptor cage. Okay. Would be really nice if as a game, like, if they put, like, nice map coordinates on this. Because we've got East Boardwalk, but it doesn't really tell me where any of this shit is, you know? Safari Plains, ooh. That could be a paddock, maybe. Or maybe this could be a big paddock. That seems like a big paddock. Can I go in here? Will you let me? That looks like a big paddock. Let's go in the big paddock, shall we? Now I've got to be... No. I've got to be... Bryce Dallas Howard. Oh. What? Oh, I see. There we go. You gonna let me in now? No. I gotta do something else, have I? Do you have a gun? No. Why would you have a gun? Oh, no, you can turn invisible. Oh, good. Who's got a gun? Where's what's-his-face? Muldoon. Muldoon will have a gun. I saw it. There was a... Oh no, I can get in anyway. Oh well, never mind. Don't need all that rubbish anyway. This should let us... Surely this is a big paddock. There must be a spot for a dinosaur. There we go. Be a dinosaur. Custom Spinosaurus. There it be. It certainly would. Especially if it was made of Lego. Like, seeing a real life dinosaur, you'd be like, wow, that's a dinosaur. But seeing a giant Lego dinosaur, it's like, it would be an all different level of like, something has gone drastically wrong. Like, nobody should be having like this bit, like a massive plastic dinosaur come running at you. Yeah. Imagine it is real. Oh yeah, yeah. That too. Especially with its weird all-white eye. Very creepy looking dinosaur. That's you two done. Can I pull on this? I feel like I can probably pull on this. Who doesn't love a bit of playful property damage? Very good. You forget how I forgot how much they put in this. Like, there's quite a lot of really cool little bits and pieces that they put in it. I do occasionally think I should replay some of the Lego games, but I've already got enough games to play. As it is. Oh. Alright. I'll quickly be a T-Rex, and then I'm going to start my software. The mobile port doesn't work on Android. Oh. Didn't realise there was a mobile port, but that's pretty cool. Shame that it doesn't work. Oh, the skeleton. Okay. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. The other one, man. This one. Thank you. The OG versus the clone. How do we roll? Oh dear. Oh no. Chaos. This one, man. This one! There we go. What if we turn around and do that? Oh. They don't mind. It certainly would. Especially if it was a skeleton. implies some sort of necromancy is in effect. Can I get that? I can. A skeleton would be very scary. Oh, I was just going for the plant, but I'll take the whole fence. Alright, well, thanks for stopping by. Thank you for the follow. And yeah, hopefully see you again some other time. Alright, let's start my stream. Let's get Godot up. Let's do some stuff. Make it happen. Make some things. Oh, right. Broken dependencies. Why does it have broken dependencies? Don't tell me.
Every mad scientist.
Oh no. Has it done the same thing that it did last time? Oh, is it because I deleted all of the stuff? It's because I deleted all the stuff, isn't it? I deleted all the stuff. Dear oh dear. Yes, I remember now. Okay, I remember what I did. Wow, that was God, that was half an hour. Oh well, never mind that. What the hell was that? Oh, Indigo Park finished downloading. Good to know. So, what we did last time, now that I remind myself, is we made a bunch of things, didn't we? Made a bunch of models. So we've not only got the maggot, we've got the green herb, red herb, etc. They all now exist outside of Blender. We've got some very interesting looking water. Cold medicine. They've all made their way in. Early stream today. I thought that because my wife, is at work, and she she doesn't. When we're both working, she doesn't particularly enjoy the fact that I'm streaming basically not quite by the time she gets in from work, but it's like a compressed time with me because I'm clearly worth being with. She doesn't like it, so I thought, do you know what? Today and maybe Wednesday, we'll see. I'll still get my game dev done. I'll still do 3 hours of game dev, but I'll do it from earlier on because I have the time. And then it means I'll still probably just be playing games after streaming anyway. But like, I can get it done, you know? And then while she's out. Just trying to be a good husband, you know? That's it, really. So what we did, I was thinking that because we solved the inheritance problem. It now doesn't loop its inheritance. But what I did on last stream, I don't know if were you here for the last one? I can't remember. I made a bunch more of those things. Like we've now got the blue herb exported. Cold medicine is really neither here nor there, but it exists now. Got a glass of water. And we've also got a newt eye. Did I make the eye of newt? I don't think I did. You were here, but you background. I am foreground material, I think you'll find. No. But yeah, we've got a Coke can, which doesn't look too shabby. It's not great, but it does follow the broad. It follows the broad dimensions of a can of Iron Brew. They're all right. That's very kind of you to say. And then we've got a mess, which is just a clump of a cloud kind of thing. But that's not too bad for now. And then we've got our mixing bowl and our crap spoon. But as part of that, I decided to get rid of all the models, all of the existing recipes. The donut is gone. The other item is gone. So basically, let's make some more of these. So we've got water, we've got cola. We've got cold medicine, we've got water. We've got homeopathic panacea. Now that's going to be a fun one. I know the donut, poor donut. We've got cola again. We've got energy drink. See, I don't know if some of these models, and I think maybe this is where I kind of need to spend a bit more. Before I go balls to the wall making a bunch more of these, I'm settled on the herbs. I'm settled on water. I'm settled on cola. I could probably make the chewy mints because I think it would be really nice to have Coke and Mentos be an early crappy recipe. But I think some of the other stuff like MSG and like meaty energy fizz, these are stupid. They're not clever recipes to get to the zombie animation serum. We want some imagination and some whimsy in it, but I feel like that's me being lazy. That's me not thinking that through. So I'm kind of thinking some of these, it's not actually worth making them yet. I suppose we could have See, even that watered down cola, that's a stupid recipe. I don't know. I don't know. Do all the recipes have to make sense? I maybe need to think that through a little bit more. Because I still like the idea of combining chemicals and coming up with like materials to do something cool at the end of it to then hand into this game. I like that. But I think coming up with these recipes is not as straightforward as perhaps I was expecting it to be. Yeah, I guess so. Actually, yeah, do you know what? That's very true. We don't actually have to give them models right now. We can just have placeholders. So let's put one. So we've got the mixing bowl. So I think we'll probably also get rid of the donut factory. And we'll get rid of the maggot factory because we don't need them right now. The only thing we have for the start is just the mixing bowl. And then we can make more stations if we need. That's saved our sandbox level. Let's tidy this up a little bit. Because now we're looking at maybe... Didn't have to go for too long, only to shower quickly. Well, welcome back. We're actually doing game dev now. It's all very early days, but we're getting there. So we've got some stations that we've made. So we'll get rid of the donut factory because we don't need the donut factory anymore. We'll get rid of the maggot factory because we don't need that out either, I think. I don't think we really need a placement space. Mix every game possible. It's a guy who used to come in here and he would say... What would he say, Hydronus? The ideas guy. He had a bunch of different ideas for games, and so he would say, like, you know, what was it? There was the clown game guy. There was the clown game, but there was another one as well. There was the one with the goat. I can't remember what it was called. There was something about the... But anyway, Tetris and Pong, Five Nights at Freddy's and Mario and Minecraft and Sonic in one game. I feel like the game you're asking for sort of already exists. Because Little Big Planet sort of does that. Because you've got, like, it's almost like a toolkit to make other games in. Or Dreams, because that came out later, didn't it? Dreams Sonic. Oh no, is that the... Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's the odd Sonic. All of their ideas mixed together. How would you do that? what would you take from Tetris and Pong and Five Nights at Freddy's and Mario and Minecraft and Sonic? What's the big difference between Sonic and Mario? Because there's a lot of similarities when you think about it between Sonic and Mario. I think. The speed, but you do get Mario speedrunners. I'd probably say that Mario speedrunning is more popular than Sonic speedrunning. I think. I could be wrong, but I think the main thing with Mario, I feel like classic Sonic was about speed. I suppose they were both really similar in the early days, now that I think about it. Because Sonic jumps on enemies, Mario jumps on enemies. Mario has a secondary attack that you can do under certain circumstances. Why did Hydronus block the... Oh no, he didn't block him. He just started tuning him out, I think is what he's saying. Because, so, in terms of ideas, guys, I don't think it's necessarily like a out of meanness thing, but the thing with ideas in video games is that there is a saying, which is that there are no ideas, guys, in video game development. And that's not to say that there's nobody who has ideas. Tetris and Pong combined. Tetris and Pong could be interesting. What could you do there? Because I suppose what you're doing there is you want... That might be an interesting one to think about. And technically I do have some code from a Tetris clone that I made a while ago. So I suppose your paddle, you've got your paddle on one side, you're probably going to want the Tetris piece bouncing back and forwards in the middle. And then you've got your other paddle on the other side. And you're firing back and forwards. And the idea is if the Tetris piece escapes, that's bad. But also, you see, this is where it gets a bit weird. Because the whole thing with Tetris is you've got the concept of, you know, regular old Tetris, you've got your shapes, whatever, at the bottom. And the danger is you don't want to be reaching the top. Oh, I see what you mean. So you've got like, you see, that's where it's weird. But where's the correct place? Because that's the strange part. So say you've got, say, similar game, Super Breakout. So Super Breakout, we all know Super Breakout. It's kind of like Pong, and you've got bricks at the top, and you have to break all of the different bricks. And the idea is you fire your ball up, you scribble that out, it fires back down, and then you launch it over here, get rid of that one, and so on. So what you could do is have an upside down Tetris play space, like that sort of a thing, and then fire a Tetris brick up, and you have to fire it in the right way. But then the thing is, where do the blocks come from? Do they just appear and fire upwards? Do they fall down towards you and then you have to fire them back? Because that's where it gets a little bit strange. Is how do those pieces come into the board? Do they come up from the bottom? Do they have a little bit of momentum? Do you just have to fire them at random? Is it that you've got the Tetris pieces over here and it turns Tetris into a weird kind of strategy game and accuracy? So you've got the shapes coming up. And then you can spawn a thing on here and fire it. and maybe it fires. If you fire it, it'll fire straight up, or if you're moving, then it'll fire in that direction, or it'll fire in that direction. See, this is where there's a lot of different versions you could go for, but that's for Super Breakout. But with Pong, you've kind of got your paddles either side, and you've got the shape in the middle, and you're firing. But that's like in the Pong, that's a ball. But in this what thing you could do is, what if your paddle was the movement? What if your paddle was like the Tetris space, and you had to like make your little blocks or whatever? That's kind of an interesting idea. And then the idea is that you've got the shape firing towards you, and you've got to move your grid so that it lands in the right place and you capture the piece. But then how do you bounce it back? Do you know, I think there's something in that. I think there's something in that. Because if you had, so in Tetris, yeah, definitely 20 times more confusing than regular Tetris. So you've got up and down in Pong. If you introduced one more button and you had like a kind of a hold button, and effectively we're saying when you hold down this button, the Tetris piece that's heading towards you gets captured. And then when the opposing player, so they might have it set up so they've got this sort of a thing, and maybe we're bouncing around one of these doodads. So this is just about, if they angle it right, they can just about capture the piece. And they could potentially have it like for here sort of a thing. And so in this instance, they might actually want to capture so that they can deny them their nice little Tetris and then get rid of that bit. What's the goal? What's the goal of this game? I guess you could say that the goal is to wipe out your paddle and finish the game that way. But I suppose maybe the other goal is just the opposing player fills up their paddle and they can't make any more room, and if it goes off the side, it spawns that piece in a random position, maybe on the player. So then the idea is that if you miss the Tetris piece, then you want to keep it in play basically, and you just gotta but you don't get to control the rotation. Maybe, do you know? I think there is something in that. So I am going to pop to, where's my boards? How many boards am I allowed to have? I don't know. Pongtris. Alright, so we're just going to create that. And then we're going to say to do on Pongtris. So we've got general outline. Let's have a look at Pongtris. So we could have, so effectively we're saying paddles are the Tetris playfields. These can move one block at a time. Tetris piece is the ball. Rotation is not controllable, or maybe controllable by hitting edges. Goal is to either have enemy fill up. What AI is this? What AI? I don't know what you mean. Oh, what? Oh no, this isn't me giving it a prompt. This is me just making notes. No, I'd still have to go and write it. No, don't do AI here. Well, I'm not against AI, but I only use it a little bit at work. And I figure, no, absolutely, yeah. And they're really good. They're really powerful. But I think the thing that makes me sad about AI is that a lot of people have said it. The idea, what people are saying is that a lot of the creativity, a lot of the really fun things, the stuff that people like to do, like whether it's painting or writing a story or carving a bit of wood, I don't know. Those are the things that we wanted to automate all of the boring stuff, like spreadsheets and shopping and looking after power plants, or, you know, whatever else it is that seems to get humans, make it so humans can't spend all their time doing fun things. That was the stuff we wanted to automate. And yet for some reason these AI companies are coming out and saying, oh right, the AI can do game creation for you, it can write software for you, it can make pictures for you, it can write stories for you. Alright, what do we do for fun now, you know? Like, you're doing the things we wanted to have time to do. The bits that we want you to do, like stacking shelves and, you know, building houses, stuff like that. That's the stuff you haven't automated that we'd really like you to automate, so that we could spend more time learning how to play an instrument or write the great American novel or whatever it happens to be. It's weird. So I'm not against AI. I don't think it's a bad thing, and I use it at work a little bit, and it's decent. You know, I use Copilot at work. It's fun. I like it. It hallucinates a lot, but it sometimes gets stuff right. But I feel like making games there's definitely a place for AI, because there's certain bits of code where, you know, when you ask Google and say, how do I do this in Godot? Or how do I do this in Unity? Or help me understand something. Google is kind of not very smart, and it doesn't always give you the right information. It doesn't even understand the question unless you already know what question to ask. You don't know that there's an answer to be had. Whereas I think that these large language models sit in that space in between, and they say, okay, so you tell me a little bit about game development, about how to animate a character from A to B, and then I can use some of the bits from your answer. I can go to Google and get more, better, different information, and then between those two things, it's like it flattens that curve of the learning curve. You know, it makes it a bit easier to answer your own question by figuring out what the question was to start with, which is really good. We like this. But it's stuff like where the bit that I think makes me sad is that a lot of people they put it into a prompt box and then it just spits it out, you know? And it's like, well, funnily enough, talking about Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park script. There it is. The problem with scientific power you used is it didn't require any discipline to attain it. You read what others had done and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge yourself, so you don't take the responsibility for it. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you knew what you had, you'd patented it, packaged it, slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you want to sell it. You know? And that's to me the fundamental problem with AI, is that I think a lot of the value in what we create as humans is measured by the struggle that it takes to create it. So this game, more importantly, the game that I made before, this is a bad game. This is not a good game. This is also a bad game, but I made these games start to finish. And they're not great, they're not good, they're free if you want to go play them. Shameless plug. But I think that if I had asked an AI to make these games and it had spit out something even better than what I put in, it would have meant less to me because I wouldn't feel like I had done it. And I suspect that a lot of prompt engineers, rather than getting good at the things that they're skipping a lot of the learning how to do something to get the thing at the end. And I don't know, maybe some people are just wired that way, but I would always feel like it was a little hollow. Even if I got exactly what I asked for, I would be a little bit sad knowing that on some level I didn't make it. The AI did. I was a project manager and I asked it. I was a client, I was a customer, you know? It's kind of like the Pope asking Michelangelo to paint the Sistine Chapel. The Pope would then walk in there and go, wow, this is amazing. But surely at some point the Pope would then go, it's a shame I couldn't do that though. I'd love to be able to paint like that. And the more we rely on these models to do more and more of the creative aspects of what it is to be human, I think the less fulfilled we're going to end up being. And I think that, not necessarily, like I say, I think these tools absolutely have a place. They can certainly help. Oh, okay, well. I won't wax any more lyrically because Hydronus already knows what these are. I've said this sort of stuff for a very long time. But that's a really cool idea for a game though. So what we'll do, I'm going to write it down because that might be a fun little project to do because I don't think that would take a huge amount of work to put together. So look for Pongtress in the future and you know, idea by Rambly the Raccoon for sure. Goal is to either have enemy fill up your paddle. Is it to either fill up the opposing player's paddle so they can't make any more Tetris's, any more lines, or clear your paddle entirely. Controls. Put down as usual a button to capture piece. Pieces bounce back unless captured. Missing a piece, where Pong would score the game, spawns the piece in a random location and orientation on the player's board. Missed the piece, missed the shot. That's it, isn't it, really? That's basically, that's a game. That's for sure a game. Pongtris. And there's technically, like I say, I've got some Tetris code that I could probably like nick and port into Godot. Or maybe it's an opportunity to revisit Tetris and have a look at that. Because that feels smaller than 5 bloody games that I'm not even sure I want to make. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Hello, thanks for stopping by. Rambly the Raccoon has just left, but has just given us an extra project to work on at some point in the future. Pongtris, which is a combination of Tetris and Pong. And honestly, it sounds, let's just double check. Pong combined with Tetris. Tetris Pong. Oh, has somebody done it already? I feel like somebody's done it already. Where's the demo? What? Are you kidding me? It's just... Oh. So what's the central crux here? I guess... Can I move? Oh, I can move the pieces. Okay. This is a very strange game. Oh. And oh god, this is overwhelming. This is just both games. This isn't a combination of the two games. This is super. Well, for one, this isn't Pong. This is Breakout. But for the other, this is where it is very ADHD inducing. I think that's enough of that. Oof. Not for me. Not for me. It's fun though. I like it. So we'd cleared down some of the stations. So now all we have left is our rubbishy little ball. I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're just going to move this up the tiniest little bit in the Y. 0.001 in the Y. Just that we don't have any Z fighting. Look at that. Incredible. So, with fewer distractions now. Although that was interesting. Very good, Rambly. I think yes, that's what Hydronus was saying, is we'll make some placeholders. We've got water plus cola is going to be watered down cola. I don't think these are final recipes, but it would be good to test some of them. So we will make... Oh, why is it not letting me... Oh, god damn it. So we need to redo now. Redo once. And then I keep accidentally swapping between these two modes, and then I get caught out with it. Alright, so now what we need is just a very generic ingredient. So we'll put this in, I guess. Do we have, where's cola? Reagents, I guess. Should probably come up with the better categories for these as well. We'll do a new scene called Watered Down Cola. It's going to be a 3D scene. And we're just going to give it CSG. We'll just give it a cylinder to start, I suppose. And then we'll pull it up by... Oh, we don't have snapping turned on. Pull it up by 1. Nope, not quite that much. Not quite that much, you know. Maybe just a little. Maybe just a little block like so, you know. That should now just be on the ground, and it is. Yeah, that'll do. Watered down cooler. Oh, and of course, I forgot that I didn't fill in the thing. That's right. So let's maybe open this. Can I open this? Where's Krita? Oh, yeah. We'll open. Call 5. Chem game. Assets. Ingredients. Reagents. Cola. And what we should probably try and do is fill this in a little bit. Is that okay? I think that's more or less filled in. Yep. Let's quickly fill in this with like a grey kind of. It's not great, not terrible. Save. So is that now? We open that up. Yep, it actually has what we're expecting. Okay, good. You don't. Yeah, that's fine. That'll do. So now what we can do is, I guess we could. The new Andy Warhol. I got a little drawing tablet to try and make it a bit easier to draw stuff, and then I remembered that I can't really draw that well anyway, but 2, even the limited drawing skill that I have, I can't very easily like transfer it onto the pad. I'm still sort of getting used to the idea of like drawing it where I can't see what I'm drawing, but then do you know what I mean? Like I can't, it's the translating from what little skill I have to the tablet as well. There's like an additional distortion which ends up making it a bit hard to deal with. Okay, so also we've got maggots and mess, so I suppose what we could do is move this out of stations, out of DDOs. Let's just move that into there, because it is just a placeholder for now. Okay. So now let's make one recipe, which is going to mean going into our generic station, because this... Oh. Generic station without line level 1. Open anyway. Is this the one with the... It doesn't have the placement space, so we don't have any placement spaces, but I think this is the one that we're hoping to use. Mixing bowl and crap spoon. So what's that? Oh, so this doesn't look like it's the right one, does it? Unless... No, mixing bowl and crap spoon. Alright, okay. Yes, so what we want to do is we want to rename this and call this... we want to call this... We'll just call this mixing bowl. Alright, then if we go into that, open anyway, mixing bowl and crap spoon. But that is, I think it is the same one. It's what we're looking at. Okay, good. We have an animation player on it. I don't remember adding an animation player. Oh, I think it was maybe in case we wanted to do like an animation of the spoon zhuzhing around. So we've got our collision shape, which is good. Back button. We need some placement spaces. So what's the deal with our placement space? Yeah. So then we want 3 just node 3Ds. We'll just call them A, Control D, B, C, and that's fine. but we need to make sure that we're placing them in sensible places. So we've got that there. We snap that across to maybe minus 0.1. Let's have a look. -1. Pull it up a bit. Oh, that's a terrible place for it to be. Maybe forward a bit? Do you know what? Maybe they just float on top, you know? Maybe they just float on top. That's going to be like 1.7 and 0.6. That seems reasonable. So then we're going to have this is going to be not at -1, but 1. What was it? 1.7, 1.7, 1.6. Who do I think I am? And then it's 0. And then we want the same again with... Oh, no, we don't. No. Wait a second. So we need that at 0.6 as well. Yeah. And then this is going to be +1, 1.7, 0.6. It doesn't look like that's done it right. It hasn't. There we go. Okay. So that's now our mixing bowl. So now if we go back to save and close. Okay, calm down. Then if we get rid of our mixing bowl, or can I? Does this? It gets all of the stuff. Okay. So in theory now, I should be able to start the game.
Every mad scientist.
It twisted. Requested file format unknown. GLB. Oh, it didn't like that. Whatever it was. But it's working. So it's bust. I've busted it a little bit apparently. Not entirely sure how. But that's okay. So we'll go into here. So we've got our mesh. Surface material override should be quick load. Spoon. Requested file format unknown GLB. Oh, is this because I'm saving the... Is that because I'm saving the actual thingamabob rather than the... Yeah, I think it might be. Okay. So spoon. Requested file format unknown. Strange, isn't it? Have I bust something? I think I've bust something, haven't I? Alright, we'll delete that. And then we'll add in Control-Shift and B. Mixing bowl and crap spoon. And there it is. Still fine. Why is it parameter common parent is null? Why you gotta be weird about it? Are you now just...
Every mad scientist
No,
has to start somewhere.
it's all a
We
little
need
bit
money
messed.
to buy the cool
messed
stuff
up.
we want to make zombies out of. And that means
Something weird's happened there.
every mad
Maybe
scientist
we'll
has to
just
start.
restart Godot and it'll be fine. Hey bro, I just joined college and currently pursuing electronics and communication engineering. What do you recommend? Should I stick to ECE and go to the semiconductor industry, or start coding and go into software? Honestly, I don't know, man. Electronics and I would suggest that electronics and communication and any kind of engineering, I think, is a pretty safe job. But it's what makes it. I would argue something that Jim Carrey said, which I have a lot of time for. And he said that his dad was an accountant. And his dad was a really funny guy. Could have been a comedian. was like funnier than Jim Carrey. And that was what inspired Jim Carrey to go into comedy, was how funny his dad was. And he said that what happened was he took the accountancy job because he wanted to provide for his family. He knew that comedy wasn't a safe job. It wasn't a safe role. An accountancy was pretty safe, straightforward. I kind of did the same thing. I went down chemistry. I did a chemistry degree because it was safe. It wasn't. It's not that I don't like chemistry. I'm making a chemistry game right now. But I kind of didn't like it when I got to university and did it. But Jim Carrey's dad then got let go. He got made redundant, and they ended up suffering some pretty substantial financial hardship. And the lesson that Jim Carrey took from it was that you can fail at the thing you don't like. So why would you do the thing that you don't like? Do the thing that you like. And I mean, in fairness, it's all well and good Jim Carrey saying this, because he's like he was the first, something like the first actor to be paid $1 million for a movie. So I'm not sure he necessarily, it's the whole confirmation bias or survivorship bias of, it's all well and good Jim Carrey saying that now that he's been successful, all of the other actors who started on exactly the same day as him, who didn't make it, I'm sure they would tell a very different story, and actually they would suggest that you go for the safe job. But he does make a very interesting point that I think that if you find the thing that you are passionate about, if you find the thing that makes you want to get out of bed in the morning, makes you want to keep going, you're not from a good financial. Well, there you go. So I suppose this is the thing: is if you're not coming from a good financial background, I mean, I'm lucky that my parents managed to get their shit together. Like, not quite by the time I came along, but like they protected me from a lot of the worst stuff of growing up. Like, apparently they got rejected for a loan to buy a sofa, because they put down their pay, and they were like, no, your combined salaries, you're both working. And they were like, yeah, that is our combined salary. And the banker was like, I've never seen a combined salary that low. And I was like, I think they might egg it up. I don't know if they're like trying to make me feel bad for them more than I already do. But like, I never saw any of that, so I'm very lucky. But yeah, coming from a bad financial background, it is going to affect the way that you view the world. And like, people who have always had it good, who have always had a safety net, they're never going to appreciate it exactly the same way that you are. I might not appreciate it the same way that you do, because it depends on what hardships you've been subjected to. But I guess the financial aspect doesn't matter so much, I suppose. The idea is that there'll always be something you can do, you know? But if you're smart enough to be doing electronics communication engineering, you're a smart person, you know? You're on the right track. You've clearly studied enough to get into college, you know? So you're doing something right. You're certainly moving in the right direction. But what I will say, as somebody who went to university and got the chemistry degree, and then the 2008 financial collapse happened, and there weren't any jobs in chemistry. Oh, they are both hard, yeah. What do I think personally has a better future? AI isn't going to take away jobs in either sector, not in meaningful ways. So You can be very well paid in any engineering discipline, whether it's computer science or whether it's electronics and communication. Both are obviously pretty closely related. I don't think large language models or anything like that is going to be making cutting edge chip designs anytime soon. But similarly, I don't think AI is going to be making cutting edge software anytime soon. There's obviously a bunch of roles selling the snake oil that is large language models to people for a while, but I think that a lot of people don't seem to see, and maybe it won't go the same way it has before, but the whole thing with AI at the minute seems a lot like the dot-com bubble, where everybody was like, oh, well, here, we'll start a website. What does it do? It doesn't matter, it's a website. Everybody's making money from websites, and you end up getting all this stock, or you sell, you raise all of these funds, and then people realize that it didn't really do anything. You know, just because you had a website didn't necessarily they didn't make money by themselves. Oh, we'll make a bunch of money on adverts, we'll sell it to people. But all of these things are very computationally expensive, you know. Getting an AI to do the same amount of work that a person can do costs a lot more in electricity to run these models than some people would get paid. It's kind of crazy, and you've got to spend all this money training them, trying to stamp out hallucinations, sanitizing the inputs. So I genuinely think either field, you're fine, you know? So pick the thing that interests you more. If you genuinely have a passion for electronics and communication engineering, go for that. But for me, personally, I'm biased because I'm going to say software, go for software. But that's because I genuinely get a kick out of every time I write a line of code, and it does something, but like by itself. Like, yes, I taught it how to do it, but it's kind of like Ewan McGregor says that he loves riding motorbikes because it goes without him pedaling. And it's not that he's not putting the work in. He's obviously still, the petrol is being burned. Like, the combustion engine is the thing that's moving it forward. He is still in control, but he doesn't have to pedal. And the bike goes, and he loves it. And in the same way, I don't have to pedal to get this to do what it does. And that's really exciting to me. And I think that's probably the biggest thing is that I would say is going to be the deciding factor. Oh, I wouldn't say I've got that much experience. I mean, I've been doing it for like a decade now or something, but I'm not like crazy good at regular software. But I guess so. It's just, there's a really good book that I'm reading right now, actually. And it so far, it feels like it's preaching to the choir kind of thing. But it is stuff that I'm kind of on board with. But there's a Advanced Game Design. Is this the book? There it is. It's not cheap. I got it for Christmas. And hopefully, because like if you're going to college and you're doing ECE or you're going down computer science potentially, you'll probably be kind of in this mindset already. It talks about 3 broad strokes, different kinds of thinking, which is phenomenological thinking. Say that fast 5 times. Which is just things are the way that they are. You know, if a lightning strike set something on fire, but you didn't see the lightning strike and you happened across a tree that was on fire, phenomenological thinking might say, well, sometimes trees catch fire. That's just how it be. That's just how the world works. Then you've got reductionist thinking, which is kind of René Descartes and Isaac Newton, who sort of say, let's reduce things down to their base components, which is a pretty good way of thinking. It's the basis of the scientific method. We'll understand the individual bits, and then we can reassemble it and make predictions as to what might happen next. Oh, thank you for following. You got a huge cloud of cats, apparently, so good job. They go off in different configurations and I never know what it's going to do. So there you go. That's Milo and Jeff, who are nowhere to be found right now. And that's a really good, powerful way of thinking about it. But the thing is, chaotic systems, real life systems, the double pendulum, for example, really difficult to predict. So then you've got something else, which is kind of holistic thinking, which is then when you're talking about the thing as a whole, it's understanding that there are interrelationships between things that don't seem to be related. So, you know, talking about like Jim Carrey's dad or Ewan McGregor, like what does that have to do with software engineering? But the lessons you learn from those things, they all join up as like the big, you know, conspiracy board with the red string between each thing. And then the idea of this book and systems thinking in general is kind of doing away with phenomenological thinking, because we don't want to just accept things are the way they are. We want to examine them. But you've got reductionist thinking, which is let's look at the individual parts, and then you've got holistic thinking, which is let's see how it works as a whole. And then you've got systems thinking, which is sort of in the middle and a bit of both at the same time. And it's saying, okay, our understanding of the individual pieces help us understand how it works as a system, but we've got to look at the system in operation, or think about how that system actually operates and operates in a wider context. How do we think about that to get the best possible picture of how this sort of stuff's going to hang together, how it's going to work in the real world? And if you like that sort of thinking, I think software is probably going to be good for you, because that sort of thing is like a big part of software. It's not just writing line after. That's the difference between, I would say, a junior engineer and a more senior. I wouldn't consider myself particularly senior. I guess my job title says so, but I don't think so. One last thing. Tell me, how do you keep going and streaming with just 3 and you still explain stuff so nicely and putting so much effort? And how do you go through this dry phase of life or things? That's a really interesting question. And I'll be honest, I ask myself that all the time. We are now at 49 goddamn followers. One more follower, I think, and that means that I unlock all of the cool stuff on Twitch, I think that's how it works. Honestly, the reason that I keep going is because of this. It's because of this game. This isn't the game that I want to make. I don't do game dev as a job. You could argue I don't really do it as a hobby either. You know, I like just sitting and talking to people. I started the Twitch channel because I thought, if I'm gonna be making this game, or games in general, regardless. I'm gonna be sat here for 6 hours a week. I'm gonna stream this to keep myself honest, because you'll know yourself, it is sometimes difficult to keep disciplined. So if I'm broadcasting to the world and then I just sit and spin in my chair for a while and don't do anything, anybody could come in and say, like, what you doing, man? What you doing? Why aren't you doing any work? And then I've grasped myself up, you know, I've turned myself in because I'm not doing any work, or I'm not talking to somebody. And then the idea as well is sort of like a Katamari, like rolling, like snowball effect. If, as I'm making the game, somebody goes, that game kind of looks all right, I might play that. Then at the end they might follow and they might start watching every now and again. And then they might play this game when it eventually comes out. And it's going to be free. All the games that I'm making on stream, I'm trying to make them free, or trying to come up with a free way to distribute it. It might be that I give it away for free for a while, and then I try and list it on Steam or something. but I'm looking to make a combination of free and very, 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 very cheap games. But then maybe if enough people start watching, I do get to 50 followers, and then I can put polls on and people might be more interested in watching long term. What that then means is if I decide to make a bigger game, one that people might want to, that I think people might want to buy, one that I think is worth a bit more money, then it might be that rather than it having to go word of mouth and kind of struggling, well, it will be word of mouth regardless, but rather than having to spend a bunch of money on marketing that I don't have, that's very kind of you. Thank you. Then maybe some of my followers, I might say, hey, I made a bigger game. Would you be interested in playing it and telling your friends and you know? And I think that would be super cool. So I guess I explain things nicely because what I've discovered as I've started streaming a bit more is I really like talking to people. It's really nice when somebody comes in and asks a question and I go like, oh, I might not know the exact answer to that, but I can certainly like help them along their way kind of thing. And even just in terms of motivation, I think that's a big part of why I'm doing this as well, is there's a lot of people who are really good at coming up with game ideas and ideas that would make fantastic games, like, oh, glorious. But I think part of the problem is yeah, you know what I mean? Basically, like perseverance. You got to stick with it. And even if you don't like the game, there's a lot of people who say, you know, cut and run. If you're not enjoying a project, if you don't feel like it has, if it doesn't have a good ending, maybe just you know, sack it off at that point. But my last game, this silly little marble game that I did, it's not. Oh, where is it? Where did I put it? Yeah, shut the window. I made this, and this was going to be my first game, and it ended up being way more complicated than it needed to be. It just, it wasn't good. It wasn't a good time making it. This was a little tutorial game that I made, but this was the first one that was all me, you know, start to finish. That's an encouraging path to be following, isn't it? I suppose. Notch, good old Notch, yeah. That would be nice, though. That's all, I guess, and I think that's the thing, is just I'm trying to plod along. I'm trying to just do the best that I can, little by little, and maybe one day I'll make something worth people's time. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Is all I can really do is just keep at it. So yeah, I keep going because I would be making the game regardless. It does sometimes get a bit sad, a bit lonely, especially when I have like the follower or like the viewer count turned on, and it's so sad. The worst thing is when I see the follower count go up and I'll say something or I'll be doing something, and then I see the follower count or the viewer count go back down, and I'm like, oh man, somebody came in, took one look at this situation and was like, no sir, I am not sticking around here. And that's like, you kind of get over the idea of like just constantly being people coming in and being like, nah, and then leaving. So that's taken some work to get over. But even that, it's the kind of thing that the human brain, so elastic, it can adjust to pretty much any scenario. If somebody can lose both legs and both arms in like combat and come home and build a life again for themselves because their brain is that capable of adjusting to new and different circumstances, then for sure I can get over the fact that somebody came into me stream and then left because they didn't like it. Do you know what I mean? Like it's that sort of stuff. I may as well just keep going because we'll, you know, oh my god, Is that 50 followers? That might actually be 50 followers. The Rich Flex. Hello. Oh my god. 50 followers. It actually popped up with a thing. Oh my god. What does this mean? We reached followers goal of 50. There we go. Hot damn. Well, I don't know what to make of that. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I think that technically means let's have a look at my overview, because I think that now means I'm going to pull it up. I think I've dipped a bit, but that's now the ground floor. So basically, where's the stream, not stream manager, this thing. So there we go. Oh, it's still saying 46. Why are you saying 46? Control F5. It went to 50, man. It said 50. But we're not far off. We're not far off. So that's almost it. So thank you. That's very kind of you. That basically means that, like, that's yes. Yes. I hope that those numbers are accurate, because then that means that, yeah, can actually start doing polls and stuff and putting emotes together. I can actually make things happen. That'd be super good. Oh, well, no, that's, yes, I guess, but all right. Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm gonna crack on. I'm gonna try and crack on a bit. So we've now got our mixing bowl. So in theory, we should have, if we go into here, we've got our placement space. It's still all there. So if I think we need to do some initial unlocks. So we need to come up with some initial unlocks first. So we'll do a quick load and we'll pull in cooler. So if I do that and then
Every
pull
mad
that
scientist
in, we've
has
got
to
one.
start somewhere. We need money to buy the
It's not
stuff we
I. See,
want to
now
make
it's
zombies.
twisting about something else, but that's okay, I think. I'll tell you what we're also going to do, we're going to shut Godot, because I think that what's happening is it's getting stuck. And we don't want it to get stuck. So I think if I open this now, it should twist a little less. Yes, I think we're good. But we do then need to go into our mixing bowl, into our scene, and we need to give it outline material, and we need to assign the model. Allowed nodes, geometry instance 3D. But that's not it, is it? It's this. I think this is the scene that we want. Geometry node. Oh, no. So it's in here. I think we need to set this to have editable children. So then on here, we can go to a model, and then we can give it crap spoon. And that should
Every mad
behave now.
scientist
And
has
it does, sort of, but not really, because it hasn't worked the way we expect it to. Crap spoon needs its surface material override setting to spoon.
every mad scientist.
There we go. All right. Okay. We got it back. So now can we put some... Oh, dear God, it's huge. But it's there. It is there. And we do the thing, and it's made a mess. It made a goddamn mess. It made a mess. So scaling on the cooler is wrong, but that's okay. We can scale that up, or we can scale this up maybe. So let's change some of that scaling a little bit. But I'll tell you what, if you're still here, I don't know if you are, but if you're still here, let me know which discipline you end up going down. Whether it's electronics and communication or down computer science. Just because, I think that'd be pretty fun. Have you thought about it? Is it because I guess you're watching software and game dev as a channel category, as a category. Are you looking for that kind like software channels, or are you looking for game dev channels? Because I suppose both are kind of interesting. It's both broadly the same thing. The thing about game dev that I was shocked about is how much of it is what I would have previously considered soft skills. Like, programmatically, what I'm trying to do is one thing, but then the creativity aspect of it, which in software, there's plenty of creativity in software, but there's so much more of it in game dev. It's overwhelming. But yeah, be interested to see how things go for you. Game dev is so hard. But I'm getting there. So I've got water and cola is watered down cola. Okay. So I think what I can do then is I can go into here and we'll make a new recipe, new resource, sorry. Type ingredient DDO, and we'll call this watered cola. And then in our watered down cola, we're going to give it a display name of watered down cola. We'll call it weak cola internally. Ingredient type, we'll call it useless, I guess. That's quite a fun one. Recipe components. Oh yes, so I then need to say cola and water. And then we'll give it a UI element. What do we have? We'll just give it the water picture for now, I suppose. And then model scene, we'll make it water down cola. There we go. So then on our station now, we should be able to set. That's in assets. We want to be in assets. We want to be in generic level B. Oh wait, we're already in it, man. We're already in it. So then we can do spawnable ingredients, and we can do. You're allowed to make watered down cola. So we'll save that. And then in theory, if we go back to here now, and we do.
Every mad site.
Ah, but we need to have water as an unlockable, as a starting ingredient as well. So we can do that too. We'll add one on there. Cola, and we'll do water as well. Start
Every
off.
mad scientist has to start somewhere.
Oh, it looks a bit
We
silly.
need money
but
to buy the cool stuff.
Yeah. Alright, so we do that. Oh, it doesn't like that. Invalid access to property or key water on a base type. Ooh, interesting. Unlocked ingredients. It's adding them. Internal name. Okay. So it's behaving wrong. Is that because internal name? Oh, sorry. In my opinion, for game dev, you need a team who are dedicated and focused on the same goal. Whereas in software, you can be a lone wolf. Yeah, that's kind of fair. You gotta wear a, like, even in software, like when you're doing it by yourself, you gotta wear a lot of hats. But broadly, it's all the same skill set, or like the same kind of thinking at least. Whereas, yeah, with game dev, it's the different kinds of thinking that do you in. It's because with software, it's almost like it's the puzzle that you create and solve yourself. Whereas in game dev, it's not really a puzzle per se. It is, but where in software you would have like an individual, like, you know what I mean? You've got that individual loop. You then have questions outside of the loop, like, well, why am I making this loop in particular? It's not just simple problems like, how can I get another 10 frames per second out of this? Or how can I make this inventory system dynamically scalable? How can I make it reusable? How can I handle all the different... You have to decide what the starting goal is in the first place. And where in software, sometimes a lot of those goals are quite easy to digest. Like, I don't know, there's a little bit of software that I was working on. Like, I like a unified timesheet tool, punch clock system, and like a project management tool. Tying all of that into one thing, that's quite straightforward to rationalize, to reason about. But yeah, game dev, you don't have any such luck. Did you work in a company? I still do. Not game dev. I don't work in a game dev company. I don't think I'm good enough to do a game dev company. I don't know if that everything about this stream gives that away. But yeah, I work in software now. But I'm off at the minute. I'm off for another week, and then it's back to the grind. But it's mostly Java that I do it at work, and this is obviously GD script, which is a bit more like Python. But I'm quite liking this language. There's some really fun stuff if you ever do decide to go into game dev. Their idea of a switch case is really weird, but it's really fun. Because matching it's the equivalent of the switch statement found in many other languages, but offers some additional features, a lot of additional features. So it's the same deal. You've got your switch, and then you've got your test value, and then you've got your case, and then whatever you do when that happens. But this goes kind of wild. So you've got, this is your traditional one. First of all, it'll accept multiple different, you don't need to have the same data type, which is kind of wacky. I suppose you've got type of, you can do types if you want. You've got a wildcard pattern, so this is the equivalent of your default, which is quite nice. But then you can capture the case as an argument. Like you can make, it'll say if it's 1, if it's 2, otherwise capture it as a variable and do something with it, which is pretty cool. You can do array matches, wildcard in the middle. So you can, so effectively here what we can say is X is, I guess this is an array. So if it's an empty array, it's empty. If it's a very specific version of an array, print specific. Otherwise, test for the starting condition of the array and the end condition of the array. Ignore everything else in the middle with this wildcard. Otherwise, as long as it starts with 42 and is bigger than that, we don't really care. Open-ended array. God damn it, like the stuff you can do in here is super clever, and we're only halfway through explaining how it works. It's so cool. Match is a really fun little thing. I've yet to find a use for it. But I think that's just because I'm making quite simple games. When it gets to like inventory management and stuff like that on a game that I may make at some point in the future, I'm really looking forward to using this because it's a fun little bit. It really does feel like, a lot of people have said that Godot isn't very fully featured yet because it's still relatively new. It has been around a while now. We're up to 4.3 and 4.4 isn't that long away. But it has been, I think it has been built with software developers in mind. It has been built based on the headaches. At last, I would say you are a good person and a great personality. Hopefully there are great things waiting for you in this game. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Certainly try. Maybe not great things for this game, but maybe a couple of games down the line, that might be something worth playing. But yeah, like I say, hopefully you pop by again and, you know, let me and other folks. Hydronus is here as well. He watches it quite a lot. I work with Hydronus. Yeah, pop by and tell us how you're getting on, you know? Be nice. Lucky you, yeah. I'm always this Gobby's probably a better word. Invalid access to property or keyword on a base type object of dictionary. So let's fire this off again.
Every mad scientist has.
Is it just that? Pow. Doesn't like that. Doesn't like that at all. So let's fire it up again.
Every mad
and let's take a look round. Let's take a look round our remote. What do we have going on? So we should have an inventory. And we do. First time unlocks. We've got unlocked ingredients. Oh, interesting. We only have cola there. And then we have something else, but I don't think it's unlocked it properly. So unlocked ingredients isn't working the way we're expecting it to. Which is a good pointer. So unlock item. So when we're ready for item in first time unlocks, unlock item. Instantiate the item, set it up. If tabs has this, then add it to a tab. Okay. Okay. I'll tell you what, let's put some prints in here. Understand what's going on. There's something weird's going on here. So we'll do print item to unlock dot internal name. Sure, we'll do that. So this should be getting called twice when we start.
Every mad scientist has to start.
And so it
somewhere.
does.
We
It
need
does.
money to.
So that's a good start. Print item to unlock dot again internal name. Just print it again if you got that far.
Every mad scientist has to start somewhere.
Aha!
We need money to buy the cool
It's
stuff.
getting stuck. It's stopping somewhere between here. If tabs has aha, we don't want to return. It's this bit down here that we're not doing. That's very silly, isn't it? So rather than doing a return here, that's a silly thing to do. We'll do an else. Add child tab. So I think that should still work. So what are we doing here? So if the corresponding, we'll put that up here. If the corresponding inventory tab exists, if tabs.has, blah, 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 get child gubbins to put the button on the right. Yeah. Sort tab items. Turn that into a to do because we haven't done that yet. If the corresponding inventory tab does not exist, make it. Give it a name. Get the child. Go through all the tree to find the correct place to put it, and add that child tab, and then track the tab. Tabs. Yeah. Good. Right, and then unlock the grid, and then we do that final thing. Okay, so now we're not returning early. Silly sausage. You know, this is what happens when you do more than one thing at a time. There we go. Right, so that should now... Incredible! We have a glass of water. A very badly scaled glass of water. Alright, so if we do that now... Oh, it has made... Well, it's made the thing, I guess. It made watered down cola. So now we can put watered down cola as a thing we've made. Okay, good. So that's me having solved a problem that I didn't realise I even had. Good. Cold medicine and water makes homeopathic panacea. Now this is a fun idea that I had, and it would be fun to try and get this working because I like the idea of some ingredients basically being the same thing. Like this could be a fun little in-joke that people will hopefully get, they'll hopefully discover. And it is, I think this makes it worthwhile having an internal name and a display name, because then we can have two things behaving very similarly but being different. So what we're going to do is we're going to have, because these are all things that we're actually going to want available to unlock at the start. So we're going to have cola, water, we're going to have cold medicine. We don't have cold medicine yet. Oh, that's nice. We'll make that then. PDO. We're going to make a resource of type ingredient, and we'll call this cold medicine. Display name, it's going to be cold medicine, I guess. Internal name, I don't know, cold medicine, I guess. Ingredient type is going to be a reagent, I guess. We'll sort these categories later. Recipe components, it doesn't have recipe components. You don't make it from something. UI image is going to be cold, and model scene is going to be cold medicine. There we are. So with that in mind, we should now be able to go to our inventory and add cold medicine as an additional unlock. And then in our mixing bowl scene, which is going to be in here, I think, we've got watered down cola is one that we can do. We're going to add another element, and this we want to be able to make another one, and this is going to be called homeopathic panacea. Say that 5 times fast. What was the other one? God damn it, I can't even say it most of the time. Phenomenological thinking. There you go. Got there in the end. So this is going to be homeopathic panacea. Homeopathic panacea. Eternal name is going to be water. Ah, I love it. Yes. Okay, recipe components are going to be cold medicine and water. And then we're going to quick load the UI image. We've got water, and model scene is going to be water. Oh. Oh, of course. I gave it the wanky name, didn't I? That's right. Okay, there we go. So now what we should have is dihydrogen monoxide, cold medicine. We'll sort this line break stuff another time, I think. But if I now put in cold... Oh, no, I need to click into it, don't I? So we can put in cold medicine, which is far too big, but it is there. And then we put in our dihydrogen monoxide, and then we click do the thing. It crashes. Or ingredient. Interesting. And what's happened there? Is that because I haven't given it? Oh, it's because I haven't filled this in. And it's because, yeah, so it's me being silly. It's me being silly. Homeopathic panacea, and I've called it the wrong name, but that's okay. We don't mind so much. So this should now, yeah, there we go. So we do dihydrogen monoxide, cold medicine, and then we click do the thing. We get homeopathic panacea, which is exactly the same thing. So now we can do, we can clear that, and then we can do homeopathic, invalid access to property or key button 3 on a base that this might be. Maybe this is me being punished for making fun of homeopaths, I think. If slot is blank, so what are we doing there? Let's stop the game. How did I trigger that again? All right, so we did that. Yeah, we click on here, do that. We do that, and we clear it, and we do ooh. Oh, so that's just adding it. Okay, so inventory dot unlocked ingredients, and then we go internal name. Can we have a little look round? Inventory, so we should be in here. We should have our unlocked ingredients. So we've got, I think it might be this. And I think I know what it is. It is because we can't have duplicates. I think it is, yeah. So what I've done is I'm trying to add something with the same key. So it behaves the same, but it works differently. Because that's still going to be... No, actually. Because that should still be called the same thing. I think we can fix this. I think we can make this work. Okay, so we've got our inventory. We've got our... It should be in the station, I think. So we've got add item to station, spawn ingredient from recipe, So we should be doing this. Spawn ingredient from recipe, and then we should potentially unlock it. That's right. So item to spawn. Find item for ingredients. Yes. Okay. So then I guess in the inventory, unlock item. So we should have Oh, uh-huh. We still have our print in there. So in theory, we should, when we run the game, we should still get that thing saying we unlocked it. So we click into here, bop, bop, there we go. So we've made homeopathic panacea, and there it is. So we unlock cola, we unlock water, we unlock cold medicine, and then finally we've unlocked water. So let's see. I think what's going to happen here is unlocked ingredients has item to unlock. That bit's going to remain the same. And technically this is a different... Is this because I've been too clever now? So we've got... I'll tell you what, let's just cut this. Let's dump it at the bottom. And see if we get there. I don't think we will.
Every mad scientist has to start.
Yeah, that's fine. So I don't think... Oh, we are going to get water again. Unlocked ingredients, item to unlock, internal name, it's going to be water, equals item to unlock. Can I put a breakpoint in here? I can.
Every mad scientist has to start somewhere. We need money.
How do
to
we
buy
how
the
do we
cool
continue?
stuff we want
I've
to
never
make
actually
zombies
used the
out of.
debugger here.
And that means making some boring things for boring people. We've had a boring request for some Zed. I should start by combining
Foreign
two
currency.
X's and one
Can I-
Y
can
to
I-
make a Z.
do I just
Then
click
I
it
can pop
to-
to the shops and get
let's
some
pause
more
it.
interesting
Okay.
ingredients.
How do we step over? Step over. So right now we should have 2, which we do. Should have 3. So that's them all unlocked. Continue. So now we should be able to do this, do the thing. We get that. Okay. So that's before we've done it though. So if I now go into the remote and I have a look in this inventory, what we should have is an unlocked ingredient. But we don't. We've got 3. We've got 4 rather. Let's try that again.
Every mad scientist has to start somewhere.
In fact, I don't even think we need the breakpoint to see this now that I'm thinking about it.
Every
Right, so
mad
in here, we should have 3. Oh no, we have 4. Wait a second, is that just how dictionaries behave in Godot? You can tell that I'm new to this. That's an array. Do I have any serialized dictionaries? I don't think I do. I think that's the point, isn't it? You can't serialize dictionaries easily. You can't have them nicely appear up here. Well, maybe you can. Maybe you can.
Every mad scientist.
But it's twisting specifically when I try to spawn it. And it's because invalid access to property or key button 3. It hasn't renamed it. I think I know what it is. So, when we unlock the thing, we do this. So the first thing it's going to do is it's going to say it has item to unlock. So it's going to get to a point where it does, where is it? Here it is. So UI scene.name item to unlock internal name. So that should be given a different name. We have a UI item here, and this is the button. So it's clearly, for whatever reason, Actually, we can check that actually as well.
Every mad scientist.
Yeah. So what we should have now in our remote is some reagents, scroll container, tab code, blah, 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 blah. They all get their own names. Good. So far, so good. So we click into here and we do that. We click that. So now that should be called homeopathic panacea. But it isn't. And in fact, if we go back up to the inventory and we go to unlocked ingredients, is not listed. Dun dun dun. Because this, for whatever reason, isn't happening. It's doing, so I think what's happening here is it's going unlocked ingredients.has item to unlock. It is clearly smart enough to identify it. It's been yeah, I think it is basically I have made it in such a way that we can't have duplicate ingredients. So maybe we're not making fun. Maybe we're not making fun of them. It would be nice to do. Oh, well, there is a way to do it. There is a way to do it. We just make sure that all of the recipes that involve water can also happen for homeopathic panacea. So I think the only thing we need to do to make that work is go into here and change that to be water H. Yeah, works the same way, you know? So then what we can do is in our station, which we have here, watered down cola. This is interesting because this is now a turning point, and I think this is going to be something that I'm going to disappear for a couple of minutes coincidentally to get another can of Iron Brew and have a little bit of a head scratch about this. But right now the game is set up where it expects one recipe per thing. It makes no allowance for multiple recipes resulting in the same thing. The only recipe that has more than one inroad is a mess. What do we want to do about that? Do we want it to have multiple recipes? Do we care? Am I overcomplicating this? I certainly think I am. But that's by the by. Do we want to overcomplicate this? That's the question. Right, well, I'm going to flip my little thing on. I'm going to take off my headphones and I will be back momentarily. Wouldn't shout at you. No, I would. I would. Well, it depends. If you were overcomplicating something that I wanted to keep simple, I would be upset. If I'm inviting overcomplication, that's different. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. Which basically then means this is the death knell. Time has come for homeopathic panacea. No homeopathic panacea. Everything has one path to make it. You know, when I do this, it makes me look like I have no eyebrows. Like they vanish out the top of the hat. Where's our level 1 station? We're going to clear that. Oh, that's spawnable items. Yeah, we can clear that one. Alright. Yeah, get rid of that. So let's just double check that does still work. Oh, of course, but we... Oh, no, yeah, that's right, that's right. Alright, so now that...
somewhere.
That plus that makes a mess now, apparently. And that plus that now does nothing and should just also make a mess as well. Okay. We've got another half an hour or so. Do we maybe want to switch tack and look at something else? Because I feel like I've kind of been just sort of like farting around in this sort of stuff. I think maybe it would be good to take a look at some of this other stuff. Because we've got a broad strokes idea for the light gun game. We do have that broadly working. Because we've got our corridors. We got our zombies spawning every 5 seconds. Bang bang. Look at the text adventure. I still quite like that little the little effect, the little gun effect. It's not bad. Yeah, the light gun game. Not the light gun game. The text adventure seems like that's going to be pretty straightforward. Text adventure. I guess it's going to be 2D only. Be nice to have a nice font for it though. I think it'd be fun to have a good font. Let's go for that font. That font. There it is. There's also Google fonts, I suppose, but let's have a little look at that font. Let's search for. Let's go with. Kind of want something pixelated, I think, like Terminal, you know. Pixel. Yeah, that's what we're after. Yeah, this sort of stuff. Right, so we want more options and we want public domain, 100% free. Yeah. I'm not stealing the Minecraft font. That feels cheeky. That's really nice. I like this one. That does. Oh, hello, Jeffrey. Do you want to come say hello? Hello, little boy. Here's Jeffrey. Here's little Jeffrey boy. Star of several cat-based fireworks. Little weirdo. Oh. Is that you wanting down or is that you getting comfy? Never really know with Jeff. Jeffrey. Hello, little There you go. It does look like a VCR though, like tracking on a tape. That's quite nice. That does feel more like Stardew Valley. Before you say anything, don't get angry. Okay. Commodore 64 Amstrad title would be fun. Why would that make me angry? What the hell? So like, surely that's going to be like the... Wait, you mean like make it like an 8-bit... Oh, there's not going to be any images, man. It's a text adventure. It's a text adventure, my dude. Not a graphic adventure with a text-based input. I'm talking like Zork. I'm talking like Zork. Did you think something else when I said text adventure? Like, it'd be nice to have, like, pixelated pictures and stuff, but maybe that's for the sequel, you know? That's why I'm obsessing so much over the font, because I'm like, the font needs to be right, because it's all you're going to be looking at. Let's see. Ideally, we want them to be monospace as well. Oh, you knew what I was planning. You just decided to overcomplicate again. Very good. Okay. Better VCR. I like that. And I think that's monospace. So that's not bad. Perfect DOS. Perfect DOS VGA. Ooh. Ooh. That might be a goer. We'll have that. It's not too bad, but I don't... For some reason, I'm not liking it. That's kind of the vibe, isn't it? For like 8-bit console. But I'm thinking more like 8-bit PC. Let's have a look. There's a lot of free 8-bit fonts. Possibly because 8-bit fonts are a little bit easier to make, I suppose. Maybe all my games should be 8-bit. That feels like a cop-out. For some reason, this bit of the alphabet is like really making me think like there's something wrong with this bit of the alphabet, isn't there? Ew. That's cool. Would look really good on a funky background kind of thing. Like if this was on like a blue background, like Commodore 64-ish, that might look good. Oh, but it's all caps. I think we do probably want to be able to do case sensitivity because, and I'll tell you for why. For me, one of the big draws of a text adventure is being able to shout at the interpreter. All caps. Red alert. Oh, that's super cool. That's from Earthbound. That's how Mr. Saturn talks. That's amazing. Like, I can't use it because it's, you know, it's not mine, but that is super cool. That is really good. If you haven't played Earthbound, highly 1000% recommend that you finish it all the way to the end. Not just getting up to the blob thing like I did and then just noping out. And I tell a lie. I did get past the blob because I got up to the prince, I think. Because I got Jeff, got Paula, got Ness, obviously. The last lad, I think he's called Pooh. Which, for me, playing as like a 12, 13-year-old kid, a character being called Pooh was just great. It was hilarious. It's fantastic. This is technically the category that I want, but I feel like there's a lot of really quality fonts that aren't close to what I'm after, really. I'll tell you what, we'll do 2 more pages, and if there's nothing jumping out, we'll just go with the one we've got, because the other one was pretty good, I think. This one's kinda... I'm lingering on this one. Don't mind it. Let's stick with that. Let's pull that one down as well. And 1 more page, and then we'll call it good, I think. Although I suppose it might be nice to allow people to specify their own fonts, but that's maybe another something for another day. Yeah, we'll call that. We've got 2 fonts. That'll do. Right. So now we need to put these somewhere that we can get to them. So let's put them in here. Text adventure, new folder, assets. Inside here, we'll go fonts. And inside here, we'll paste. And we will unzip them. Extract to star. There we go. That's what we're after. Incroyable, we have fonts. Now, can it work with them just as they are? That'd be nice. I don't think it can. Because it's like, I'm guessing it's going to be like Unity, where it needs to be like a font atlas or font map or whatever it calls itself. So, I don't know how to make text input in Godot, so let's find out. I have a horrible feeling it's probably just going to be like a text box at the bottom, and then you press enter and it's going to be like pulling in the input. So maybe we'll start with that and then see if there's a better way to hide it. So we'll make a scene, a default scene for us to get started with. Create new scene, and we'll just make it's going to be a 2D scene, main level. We'll call it terminal. Is this not the greatest terminal you've ever seen? Okay. So we're going to have, I guess, a node 2D. And we want this to be a... What's the... What am I looking for? Let's steal from this. Canvas layer. That's the word I'm looking for. Canvas layer. What else do we want underneath that? So that is a tab container, which we don't care about. We don't really want a center container either. We want these to have specific... So I guess we want a background. What do we have in this in terms of background stuff? Is there a... I don't think there is. Let's just try and look at the background. Parallax background, but we don't want a parallax background. What do we have underneath canvas layer? It's not an animated sprite. It's none of this. We could have an area 2D. No, that's the collisions. We don't want collisions. Bleh. Oh, control, man. I don't think we want it to be a Node 2D. No. Right, we're changing the bait. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. We don't need that. Because it's all going to be UI, isn't it? So we don't want this to be a Node 2D at all, do we? We actually want it to be a control. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Or at least some sort of... There we go. A container. That's more what we're after. Right. So we got a... text edit feels like that's what we want for multi-line text editor designed for editing code. That feels like that might be a goer. But we'll leave that for now. Panel. GUI control. We don't want that. We don't want that. I think we basically just want a color rect, right? And we want it to be kind of full size. And we'll just make it black. So, do we have layout transform? That's what I'm after. What do we have our current project settings as? Window 1152 by 648. So if we go and start this scene, there's nothing, which is what we want. So then I guess what we want on here as well is let's try that. Where was it? Text edit. We've got code edit. And then it'd be nice to have like a little OS startup or something like that. That might be fun. But we'll pull that in a little bit and pull it down. It already looks like it's wrong. But that's okay. We don't mind so much. What is this? Yeah, it's got a little... No, we don't... We just want a line. We just want a line. So maybe we don't want that. Okay, so not code. Line edit. An input field for single line text. There it is. Where is it? It's up here. Well, let's move that down a bit. And move it in just a touch. Move it down a little more. And we'll then resize it to make it year wide, a little bit taller. And I think what we'll do, actually, do you know what? Let's start it like this. Can we, and we'll maybe anchor it to the center. Oh, what? What? Where? At the bottom. What are you doing? Why are you being weird? Why are you being weird, buddy? Calm down. Do you know what? Let's. I know what it's twisting about. It's twisting because we haven't done this properly. Okay. Right, so we'll change color rect to be background. And and we will actually do this properly. We'll have a control. No, not just an actual control. We're going to look inside control, and we're going to find a container, and we're going to go an H. What do we call it? Flow container. No, box container. H box container. Arranges them. We want, what's the thing where it makes it take up the whole, it takes up the whole space. Well, we'll do a center container to start with, I guess. And we'll pull this to the bottom, pull it in, and we'll make this 1152 wide. Custom minimum size in the X is 1152. Yeah. And then inside that, we will do a line edit. And it has centered it, which is good. Let's do a center container, and then inside the center container we'll do a margin container, I think. Put that inside there. Margin. Margin left, like 5 pixels. Margin right, 5. And then we want this. I think, can we make this take up the whole? It won't let us. Alignment, fill. What if we do that? I mean, it doesn't look like it's actually. Children of a container get there. It won't let you change line edit with it being a child. Oh, okay. So if I put that there, will that now fill? No. Bottom. Fill the bottom. Strange. Well, we'll just make it bigger. Max length 255. Good amount, I think. We got a right icon. I don't think we want a right icon. Custom minimum size in the X. We'll make that 1140. No, that's far too big. 1100. That seems alright. Yeah, honestly, I think that'll do. And then we want to do some theme overrides. I think here, theme overrides. So we want colors. Can we do background? We want to change the background. Theme variation. Fonts, font styles, icon styles. Do we have? Can we change the background? Basically just want the background to be different, you know. Can I have the back? Can you give me the background, please? Can you show me the? Because that is not what I want. I want to be able to... What are these? Because we don't want font size. I want the background. I want to change the background is what I want. For the fonts, you can just drop them in and use them. That's good to know. Caret width, minimum width. Clear button. I would like to change the background. Is that allowed? Well, let's just load that font to start with. Let's go ATC. So, if I now, in theory, start this up.
Every mad scientist has to start.
This one. Alright, well that's a good start. But we don't want it to have any outline or anything like that. Styles, normal. Style box empty. Oh, perfect. That's exactly it. That's exactly what we want. It's just nothing. We want it to show absolute no. That's going to load that one. We want it to show absolutely nothing. Perfect. Perfect. And then focus, we want new style box empty. So now when we load this up, we should have nothing and nothing. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. I would even like, if we can, to get rid of the cursor. It'd be great if we could get rid of the cursor. Godot line item. We'll just Google line item actually. Is that what it's called? Line edit. Can I? Cursor shape. Alignment left, editable, yes. Context menu enabled, no. Virtual keyboard, I guess, yeah. Shortcut keys enabled, no. Middle mouse, paste enabled, no. Selecting enabled, I would say no. Deselect on focus lost. Drag and drop, no. Right icon, none. Flat. Draw control characters, no. Select all caret, that's the badger. On. Force displayed, even if focus is lost. We don't want the caret. Aha! 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 So, what we want here is on focus, I guess. That's what we're after, is caret color. So can I... So this is it here, I suppose. What's it? Carrot color. Alpha of none. And I think if that does that. No, it still doesn't work. Constants. Caret width. 0. Will that do it? Might do it. Oh no, we can do it here, man. We don't need the theme. I don't think this is actually doing anything. So we'll clear that. Yeah. And we'll just do it with theme overrides. Yeah. I still don't understand this theme editor thing. It seems kind of pointless. Carrot color. Nothing. We don't want a carrot at all. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Yes. Okay. Now, can we set this to be bold? Because it would be nice if we can make this bold. Constants, outline size, caret width. Weird that there's no... Can I bold that? Or is there no bold? Could be that there isn't a bold. Font size. $32. 32 point. How big's that? It seems quite big actually. Although that's not bad. Let's try the other one. Let's try that other font that we picked. VGA. Can we... Can we change the font and colour font weight at all? Not sure we can. Placeholder text, outline. It's just the font, right? Oh, there isn't. Can we... Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's try... We do that. No, that's not it. Okay, let's try that. Is that a reference anybody gets? Get ye flask. What would be really fun is if you can delete the first character and type like cheats or something like that, and there's like a maybe the text adventure is like also a cheeky little command prompt that lets you do some stuff you're not supposed to be able to do in the main game. That might be fun. So we want always to have this placeholder text. So if we do that, can we make it focus on... Can we just make it focus, grab focus or set focus on ready? Do we have any methods that we can do? Methods. Select. Oh, no. Not interested in that. Okay. Focus. So we do have focus in here apparently somewhere. Do we? Layout. Focus. Here we go. Mode. All. It's not really what we're after though, is it? Grab focus. So effectively we want on ready grab focus, and we also want to capture the mouse. So the first thing we want to do is disable the mouse from accepting any other input, and then so we'll call this command prompt. Sure. We'll probably want to call this command prompt as well. So extends line and do thunk. Ready. And what's that? I think we just do this though. What was it? Grab focus. Okay. Pleasing. Does it work though? So if I now do that and then start typing, this has started typing, except it hasn't. It started typing where we don't want it to type. Hello, how's it going? Fishy old fishy has returned. Do you know, I had a closer look at your the fish tank that you had with like the different, and it occurs to me that I think probably doing procedural generation like you were doing, I don't know if it's necessarily more fun, but I feel like it's more rewarding. There's probably a lot more cognitive complexity involved, but it just seemed really interesting what you were doing. So I was very impressed when I took a closer look again. Can I set position? I think I can, can't I? So we don't want to focus on ready. Line edit, here it is. So we can probably set the cursor to a particular point. So we don't want all of these. We want our properties, methods. Has selection. Get scroll offset. We don't want gets. But we do want to go and look at our methods. Actually, it might be that we just need to set a property. Select all and focus. Theme. It's not theme properties. It's surely here. Select. Set, can we do set scroll offset? can we set this? We can set caret column. So we want that to be 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 2. We want to be at 2. So caret column. So then we want to do grab focus. So we want to do caret column 2 equals 2 and grab focus. So if we do that, when I do this now, we should say typing where we expect to type. Yes! Yeah! I was kind of expecting this to be really difficult, but as it turns out, no, it's not that difficult at all. Which is quite nice. It's quite nice to be pleasantly surprised in this sort of way, isn't it? So, that's good. But then if we want, we can then type backwards and take that away and then potentially type that in again, which is good. So I think then what we also want to do before we do that is say mouse, what is it, mouse mode.capture or something, isn't it? Input event. Can we, how do we capture the mouse again? Capture mouse. Mouse mode captured. So we do input dot mouse mode equals captured. So now what we should have is when we start this up, there's no mouse, you can't capture it. And now there's only this. There's only this way that we can interact with the game, which is exactly what we want. And pressing escape does nothing. We can press left and right. We should be able to... Oh no, that was a mistake. I've accidentally tabbed out the control. So we need to be very careful about this. So I think we probably want to be able to, we want to disable scrolling as well. I think there's a couple of things we want to disable here, I think. So what's happened there? So if I do that and I start typing and I tab, it's still keeping me there, but if I escape, so escape, we don't want to lose focus. So I guess we want to do bunk. There's probably there'll be a better way to unhandled input. Event dot, and then we want is key pressed. Is action just pressed? Is it key pressed? Event dot. What else do we have? Is pressed. What is this pressed? I just want the key. I just want the key. Event dot. Can we get the actual key pressed, or is it does it automatically try and map it? Let's find out, shall we? Is action type? He just pressed. input dot, yeah, so we'll probably do it like that. Yeah, that makes more sense. All right, so we'll close that, and then we're going to do input. If input is event input, yeah, that'll do it. Or input is action just pressed. Input is key. And then we want to do escape. Key escape. We're basically just going to say grab focus. If you try and come out of it, it'll just give focus back. Oh, whoa. Oh, that's because I've opened UI item for some reason. Why do I have UI item open? That's weird. Wait, what? Have I shut? Oh, I guess I must have shut it at some point. That's weird. I don't remember doing that. Alright, so we start that up again. So now when we press escape... Oh no, we do still lose focus somehow. Interesting. Let's have a look in here. Deselect on focus loss. Force displayed. We don't want force displayed. Input. Let's see. No. Constants. Ordering. Godot. Prevent escape. Losing focus. We could do input. We could just do input, I suppose. Let's see if this is firing, actually. Print firing. Helps if that's in quotes, doesn't it? Oh god, it's firing all the time. Oh no, it's because I'm moving the mouse. Okay. That's good. Okay. Okay. So it's because it's firing, it's grabbing the focus and then it's ungrabbing the focus again. Because it's the key up. It's key up. How do we get key up? Key. Good old key up. Input events. Prevent focus loss of input. Good. Let's try. Where do we have? Do we have focus mode at the top? Do we have that? Focus mode. Non-click or all. Aha! This is probably quite a good one. On lose focus, grab focus. That's so much better. I love it. Funk, grab focus. Funk, reacquire focus. Because frankly, so we're going to be doing something with input. Yeah, basically just whenever it loses focus, get the focus back. So focus entered, focus exited. We're just going to do pick, reacquire focus. Whenever you lose focus, get it back. Hopefully this doesn't get it stuck in a loop. So we can now, should be able to do hello, and then press escape and do hello some more. Okay, good. Right, so we fixed that. The only thing we might need to do here is then do, have we pressed a menu button? Don't grab focus, if so. Something like that, you know? But that should get us around any keys trying to steal focus from the text box. Maybe we could even do the menu through something that probably need to come up with a way to come out of it that isn't just text based. But that's not bad. That's not a bad start. Ooh, we're at 1:15. I am going to do another 15 minutes because I did do a little bit of Balatro and, of all things, Lego Jurassic World making a dinosaur for 5-10 minutes. That was so weird. Alright, so on input we're going to do, if key just pressed enter, we want to check for we want to submit this text basically on when you press enter. Clear the text box and do something. So on input, we want to do, can we do key just pressed? On key press. Text submitted. Oh, ooh, text submitted. Oh, I like it. Line edit. Text submitted. Signals. Text submitted. Global scope key enter, which is the key, which is good. Yes. So we have something already for this. Perfect. All right, well, we'll connect to a new method. Come on, connect. Can I connect, please? Thank you. On text submitted. Perfect. This is so cheeky. Oh, but at least then we can control the focus. Whenever it's trying to lose focus, we can decide whether or not we actually want to let it lose that focus, because we want, if they manage to get off that when it's supposed to be a terminal, they're going to be in big trouble if they manage to. They'll have to Alt F4 out the game if they do something stupid. I think escape will probably do something else anyway, but for now, it means we can't lose focus. So we probably also now need to have somewhere that we can put a bunch of this text. So we've got our margin container there, we've got our center container here. I guess then we probably want an H box, V box, V box. And we're going to put this all in there. Like so, and then inside there we're going to have another center container, which is going to display, well, it doesn't really matter where it displays, but we're going to put that inside there as well. So we're going to put this, we're going to call this feedback panel, and we'll call this input panel. And then inside the feedback panel, we'll also have another margin container so we can change what it looks like, I guess. Got our command prompt in there. Probably want the same things for it. So I suppose themes overrides. We've set this to 5 for now, just to make it something. And then in here, we're going to go up to our control. I'm going to fart around and find something that's just a panel of text. Rich text label? We probably want something like rich text. Text edit? We don't want a text edit. Maybe we do just want a label, you know? Control for displaying plain text. That might do it. That might do it. Do we have anything else for text in here? I don't think we do. Let's just go with a label for now. And we want to give it a minimum height of quite tall. So we want that to be like, I don't know, what's that? It's 32. So and this is what, 5? What was it? 648. So we basically want this to be a custom Y of like 600, right? Maybe not 600. That's a little bit far. 580. That looks all. 590. Yeah, that seems about right. And then custom minimum width, we basically want it to be the full shebang. So you're 1100, so you're also going to be minimum of 1100. There we go. So I guess the first thing we want to do is we want to do on this. We're going to want to get a reference to this in here, I think. So we want our, we're going to call this output, I guess. And we'll get a reference to that in our command prompt, like so. Oh, well, not with that 40 thing. No, but we want it to look better than that, right? You're getting a unique name. Unique name. Come on. We can do better than that. Output. Much nicer. Okay, so in our output, on text submitted, we'll do output.text dot equals output plus new line. How do we get a new line character? Output dot text plus good old new line character. What the hell? Oh. Is that going to work cross-platform though? Maybe it will. Plus new text. Well, let's see if that works. Be nice if it did. Hello. The font is wrong. The font is wrong. But it is typing. That is broadly what we wanted to do. Not exactly. It'd be nice if we did it from the bottom as well. Oh, well, we can do that, I think. We can probably do that. By, we can probably, in our inspector here, vertical alignment bottom. And also we want to set this font up as well, because the theme overrides are wrong. So colors, no, we want fonts. Font is going to be, was it, I don't know which font I picked. That one? The non-Windows one? Is that what I picked? Is that what I picked here? Oh no, I did the Windows one. Wow. Okay, so we'll quick load, do the Windows one. So that should now, and also we want to do if new text dot begins with this is regular text, we want to treat as a story command. Else this is an attempt at a non-story command. Okay, so then what we want to do is this point we want to do output.text equals output.text dot plus a new line character plus new text dot, can we have a substring? Substring, and how does our substring from 1 0 1 2, so I think we want it from 2 onwards, right? Substring 2 this might be a good example of a match, but we'll maybe refactor it to a match later. So if it begins with that, then we'll do another check. If new text dot length is greater than 2, then do that. So basically, if there's nothing else, then we want it from 2 to -1. Can we just do that? I think it will. I think it's a default. Yeah, we get a default. That's good. That's what we're after. Otherwise, this is an attempt at a non-story command. So then we're going to do something else, I guess. We'll do handle non-story command. And we'll just pass that for now. And we'll do handle non-story command. And we do that, and then we do this dot text. How do we get this dot text? Text equals. Is that right? Possibly. Properties, text. We have text. Excellent. So let's see if we've done that, because if that works, I'll be very pleased with myself. All right, so we should be able to do hello. And we get a hello and a bullet point, it seems. And then we do, let's try that again. Except it's not working. Okay, so we can, we can fix this. Text equals the caret column equals 2. We have to put it at the particular place that it's going to. Okay, so now let's try that. So we're doing hello, and it adds that weird character which we're not sure about, but then we can do again hello, hello, hello. I think it's the new line character. I think that's what it is. So we don't want this new line character here, I don't think. So I think we want to do if output.text output.text length is greater than. Can we do empty? Did we get an empty? I guess we just do length is greater than 0. Output.text equals output.text plus new line. And then output.text equals output.text plus we could probably do. I think we could probably do that a little bit better. We can probably do that better, I think. If new text blah 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 blah, then we want to do output terminal output equals var terminal output, and then we're going to make that a string just to make sure that way we keep ourselves honest. Then we're going to do var terminal output equals that right way around. So if it's greater than 2, then yep, otherwise just do that. And then we do output.text equals terminal output. And then we probably want to, at some point, handle long-running output truncate. Yep, that should do it, I think. Oh, and we'll set the font size as well, actually, while we're here. Because that was what? 32? Alright, so let's try this up. Hello. Hello again. Oh, something's gone. Output.text plus there. Hello. Hello again. Hello once more. Let's do this a bunch of times to see what happens when we get to the top of the screen. That's out. Oh. Oh. All right, so yeah, that's no good. That's not going to work for us. But I think that's not bad. I guess we could probably do it. So it can we do a maximum vertical size? Auto wrap mode. We don't want auto wrap mode. Clip text. Clip text horizontally. That's not horizontally, we want it vertically. Text overrun behavior. Okay. Trim words. We don't want trim words. Tab stops uppercase. Displayed text. Lines skipped. Max lines visible. I don't know how many lines that was. 10? Character's behavior? Suppose we'll see what happens there. So right, that's starting at the bottom, but we don't want that. We want it to start at the top. Is it here that we want to do this? Visible ratio. We don't want visible ratio. I think we might have to truncate this via code, but that's okay. Can we get how many lines? Can we get how many lines we have in there? Probably, I think. Well, let's have a look at the our view docs. Can we view the docs yet? Open documentation. Perfect. Do we have lines? Text direction. Tab stops. Methods. Get line count. Perfect. So what we want is something which it truncates the first line. So I think what we want here, let's work this out. So on text submitted, so we'll just to help this feel still relatively tidy, we're going to do truncate superfluous, truncate extra lines. And what we want to do is we're going to hand in, we're going to have if output so we're going to do output.get line count is greater than, and then let's parameterize this actually. Max line count. Max out. This is in the wrong place because we're storing this on the input, which is a silly place to put it, but that's fine for now. Max output lines equals 10, 15? We'll say 15, I guess. Do you not like that? Oh, it's because I didn't put the var keyword in there. You can tell this is a new language to me. It's greater than max, what do I call it? Max output lines. Then what we want to do is var lines to remove is going to be max, is going to be get line count. No. Output to remove. It's going to be output.get line count minus max output. And then we're going to do for int. How do we do loops? I don't remember how we do loops in good GDScript loops. For n in range. Okay. You want to do output.text equals, can we do split? Text split, good old. Split. What do we want? What do we have here? Begins with, so we basically want the first instance of that, I think. We can do find. Okay. So we should have for line break location equals output.text dot find new line, and then we want to do output.text equals output.text substring from line break location, from line break location, and then we just do that and go and take a bunch of them off. Hopefully, I don't think it's going to work, but we'll see. Oh, we haven't even called the method anywhere. So then we want to do here truncate extra. So, hello. So it isn't doing it. If output.get line count. Oh, but I've set it to 15. And how many's too many? Oh, wait a second. I think that was doing it. So it's doing something. Why isn't it now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's because I've set it to be a max of 10. You absolute bunny. Right. Let's try 15. Let's try 20. Does 20 look alright? All right, I'm going to leave this for now. There's tweaking to do, but I think it's broad strokes what it's going to. That's broad strokes what it's going to look like. But also, I think what I need to do is this is going to actually be line break location +2, +1 maybe, because I think /n counts as one character. We'll see. We'll have to work that out a little bit later. But yeah, that's been a very good stream. We did a couple of different things. We talked to some folks. The Rich Flex stroke the Lacquer 2 got us to 50 followers, at least as written. It doesn't seem to have taken effect, so I'm sure Twitch is probably going to make some brr about it not being quite right. But that's a really good stream. Oh, hello! Melisomnia has also been here. Potentially in the background, I'm not sure. And we also got a fun idea from Rambley the Raccoon, and Teratoma popped in for a bit. Hydronus has obviously been here, but then Hydronus is pretty much always here, isn't he? Which is nice. But yeah, that's pretty good. So, that's a bit with the hat. That's a bit more. Well, I don't think anybody would claim. I also need an average of 3 viewers. We're at what are we at now? We are at. Is it updated? I don't think it has. Maybe it has. Where's my overview? Where's the home page? It still says 46. 2.38. I was at 3 point something. Where is it? Overview. Because I think last month 3.5. So I think it dropped off for Christmas, and probably also because I wasn't doing as many streams. But yeah, that's certainly a hell of a lot closer than we were before. So that's pretty good. We'll wait for this count to update, but we're getting closer. We're getting there. Almost there. I can feel it. Who's online? Let's have a look. Let's see if we can raid. Is there anybody to raid? Oh, Teratoma's online. All right. Well, let's go see what Teratoma's doing. So thank you very much for popping by. And I like this. I like this text adventure stuff. This is fun. Then I can maybe write some stuff. Just opening all of the different avenues that I can go down. So yeah, let's fire the button. Let's press start raid, and yeah, I guess see you on Wednesday. And I might do another early stream on Wednesday to be considerate to my wife. So thank you very much. Catch you again next time. Here's Teratoma.